death on them in the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Lord. Rain death on them. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Every witch or wizard attacking me, Father God, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Father, locate my enemies, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Father, locate all my enemies and rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, locate my enemies and rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, locate all my enemies and their power and rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, destroy them with the cankerworm in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Locate my enemies, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death, rain death, rain death, rain death in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death, rain death, rain death, rain death, rain death, redeem, for death, 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 for death, 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 death. In the name of rain death on them in the name of death, for death, for death, for death, for death. Rain death on them in the name of rain death, 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 rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death, 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 death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the Oh Jesus, locate my enemies, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them in the name of Jesus. All my enemies, rain death on in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them. Enemies, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. All my enemies, rain death, death, death in the name of Jesus. Rain 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 death, rain death, rain death, rain death in the name of Jesus. All my enemies attack me, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Every witch or wizard attack me, rain death in the name of Jesus. Rain death, rain death, rain death, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, everybody have rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, enchanting again, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, divination again, rain death on them. Astral projection again, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, those enchanting against me, the animals, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, those enchanting against my life and my photo, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, those are trying against altars are trying to get me, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, those going to mountains or anywhere to go, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, those using witch doctors, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of those minding my life, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on them. Rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord Jesus, those using earth against me, rain death against them. In the name of Jesus, those anyone trying to enchant my life, rain death on them. Those who are trying to issue me, Father, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death, 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 redeem, rain death, 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 on them. In the name of Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, Lord Jesus, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, back to send any power trying to stiff them, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, those who are trying to chin against my life, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, those who try to stop breakthroughs, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, those who try to stop miracles, rain death on them. In the name of Jesus, those rain death in the name of Jesus. Those who not give me peace, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Lord Jesus, their power, rain death on them, their schemes on them, rain death, rain death, rain death, 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 in the name of Jesus. Those who do witchcraft against rain death on them. Those who use the occulted powers, rain death on them in the name of Jesus. Those using retaliation of the wicked, rain death on them in the name of Jesus.